Welcome to the Mercedes W123 channel. On today's video we will see if it's worth buying an old Mercedes like this one that I've just purchased recently. I've purchased it completely blind, so basically the car is full of rust. I haven't started it, I haven't tried it, nothing. I've just bought it and brought it here. We're gonna have a look around and then we will try to start it. Let's see how it goes. Since the car's arrived, the only thing I've done is give it a quick wash, very quick. But you see the number plate here, that's basically how was the bodywork. Okay, it was absolutely dirty. There was a kind of tree on top of it and a lot of dirt were falling on it. So the headlights are full of water. You see here there's a lot of stuff. I would have to dismantle all of this and obviously clean it. So the good thing about this car is that we will make a lot of video about it. So if you would like to see a specific video, please do ask, and I will try my best to make it. Okay. So now we're gonna have a look around the car, and we're gonna have a look at the engine. Put a battery in, some fuel, and let's see if it starts. So that's the car. The first thing we notice is obviously the bonnet, but no worries, there's just a little piece of wood that's there, and when the bonnet is open it's used to hold the bonnet not to fall. Okay, so that's something I will have to fix as well. Here we see the first sign of rust. That's quite heavy, but I've been very lucky. I found that part on the internet. So that will be the next video. We're gonna change that part. Big rust, as I told you, everywhere. The doors, of course. The interior is not bad. The dashboard is not cracked, so that's good. But it smells quite a bit, obviously with the humidity, but I've got a nice machine, so we'll clean all that. I'll show you as well how to remove the panels on the doors. We'll fix this as well, because it's actually not working. You see all the dirt here? That's how the car came. Very, very, very dirty. So let's continue. Obviously I will show you as well how to remove the rear seats. See, big rust. Obviously that rust makes that the water enter the trunk. Okay, so that's something I'll have to fix, and as well remove the seal, change it. Obviously where the arches are, it's always prone to rust as well. So anyway, that's more or less how's the car. Okay, so now let's pop the hood and let's have a look at the engine. That's it, the hood is open, so that's the piece of wood that hold it. So I will have to replace this because, as you can see, it's broken, what hold the bonnet. As well, I should tell you that if you wish to help me on this channel, you can do so, of course. If you look at the description of the video, there's a link where you can apport whatever you feel like, and this will help me buying new parts and make new videos about these cars. Okay, so now let's continue. I'm looking for signs of rats. Because usually they make a big mess when they enter the car, but it looks like there's no signs of rats, so that's good. I will just in any case pop the air filter just to have a look at it, in case it's damaged or something like that. And apart from that, it seems okay. It needs a good clean. Obviously I will have to change the rubber pipe. I see they're a bit crusty. Lots of rust, obviously, but anyway, let's try our luck. Oh, normally, one of the first things we do when we buy a car is the service, because we never know when the owner has done the service the last time. And looking at this, I can tell you that the service on this car hasn't been done in a very long time. Not sure if he has been serviced at all. I've never seen a filter in that state. Okay, so anyway, I'm just gonna check the oil level as well and see how it goes. Okay, so anyway, we'll have to do the service on this car as well. If you see any dirt inside the filter housing, remove it, because obviously you don't want this to enter in the engine. Let's see the oil level. Well, surprisingly, there's more oil than it should be, but at least there's oil. Okay, so that's good. I've just placed 10 liters of gas oil inside, so now let's fit the battery and see if we have luck. I've now fitted the battery. The bad thing is that we don't have any lights coming up, so let's see with the key. With the key, yes, we have something. The preheating is not working, so let's give it a go and see what happens. Okay, it doesn't start. It's basically normal. The fuel needs to get to the engine, so let's see if we can solve that problem. Okay, I'm not sure you'll be able to see it, but here, okay, there's a pump, so we can manually pump it and see if we can bring the gas oil to the engine. Okay, now I can see there's a pre-filter here that's very dirty, so maybe it won't work. Maybe I would have to service the car first. Okay, and it doesn't seem like it's pumping anything anyway. Okay, about the pump, let me just precise about the pump that's on the motor. Let me just precise something. If you pull it and want to pump and it doesn't go, it's because you need to unscrew it. Okay, so you unscrew it, you pump it until you see the gas oil going through, and then once it's done, you screw it again. Okay, so now the gas oil is going through, so we'll try it again. Well, as you have seen, that's why I love those cars, because the engines are just, they just can't die, you know, they're shameless. After so many years, it just starts. So it's great. So anyway, I will leave it to run a bit, and then after I will tell you what else I will do on the car to make sure that the engine is okay. I'm quite happy the car started. I wasn't sure it would, but anyway, usually those engines, they're usually pretty strong, and they don't die that easily. Okay, so anyway, engine wise, what I will have to do is obviously I will make a video on the servicing of the car. I will do a video on the glow plugs as well, because highly likely it's linked to the light on the dashboard not coming up. Okay, so I will have to do that. Then I've noticed the car has problem switching off. So it does switch off, but it shakes, it takes a bit of time, and usually it's linked to the vacuum. So it could be the switch off valve, and it could be the vacuum as well. You know, as usually in Mercedes, you've got an air system that goes, and sometimes there's a little bit of a leak, and that's why it doesn't stop, or it's hard to stop. Okay. To end the video, is it worth it to buy a car like this? I would say yes. Obviously, when you buy one, don't go for one like this one. That's in a very poor state. Obviously, go for something a bit in a better shape. Okay, those cars are built to last. They've got engines that are shameless, indestructible. They are renowned worldwide. So yeah, just go for it. Now, if you need to buy a car that's in that state or similar, be prepared to spend a lot of money. Especially if you don't know how to do things, because each time you bring it to the workshop, it will cost you money. So if you are a bit mechanically inclined, or if you know how to do things, dismantle yourself, then better. You will save a lot of money. Okay, so anyway, I hope that you have liked the video, and stay tuned so to see the next one. Take care.